Stock Market Weekly Update where I share my personal opinion and analysis of what's happening in the investing world. Ang theme natin for last week, the inflation breach, bracing for the 5% threshold. Kapag nangyari yan, daming mga central bank around the world, magano naman yan, no? Interest rate hike. So, nag-start na siyang i-discount, no? I-factor in ng mga investor around the world. Kaya nagkaroon na naman ng massive selling pressure. So, ba't pipitik yung inflation? Kasi mataas yung oil price, no? Anyways, if you want exclusive investing related contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. For daily Facebook or investing insights in Facebook, can follow my Facebook page. So, weekly market summary, reality check. And ano ba sinabi ng BSP? Baka sinabi nila na baka mag-rate hike sila. But anyways, down ang PSEI last week, just like mostly ng mga stock markets around the world. Nag-close siya below 6,000. Grabe. The elephant in the room was the BSP off-cycle meeting. So parang yan mga ganyang off-cycle, emergency yan where they kept rates steady but shocked the market by raising that grabe inflation forecast to 5.1%. Talagang na yan, no? Rate hike na ata yan Mapapano ka na naman dyan BBM, anong gagawin natin? Okay? Investors are clearly on the edge. Record low. Wala na, mahirapan na silang i-defend dyan. Babalik na naman yung sticky inflation. Okay, Middle East conflict pa rin, Donald Trump. So sinasabi niya, gipag-negotiate siya. Pero the stock market and the global economy, di sila naniniwala sa sinasabi ni Donald Trump. Parang at this point kasi alam mo nang serial liar yan si Iba yung sinasabi niya sa gagawin niya, okay? So for investors, net seller, okay? So bargain hunting in conglomerates, may mga share buyback ngayon ng mga conglomerates. Ang tanong, kaya bang i-defend ng share buyback na yon yung impending selling pressure? Manda na kayo, okay? The lack of clear ceasefire kasi ayaw na ng Iran, di ba? Gusto ng Iran yung yung terms nila, yun na yung masusunod. Hindi na yung hindi na sila may pag-usap on US terms kasi habang may pag-usap sila malamang or basa isip-isip nila ba nagre-ready na naman behind the scene ng US. Then may bigla naman silang gawin. Ayaw na nilang ganun, okay? Kaya ang ending, so pinipitik pa rin ang oil. Which is, eto siya, no? So, yung coal, kapag ganyan na stay elevated yung oil prices, next na pipitik niyan yung coal kasi mag-open up ng mga power plant, no? Mga coal-fired na power plant para mas makamura, okay? Crude oil, 92. Taas niyan, no? Brent, 112. Grabe. Meanwhile, you have the metals, nickel. Chill lang. Kumusta yung gold? Gold is saan na siya ngayon? 4.4, no? Medyo hirapan na rin siyang mag-rally. So dahil may mga potential for rate hike, malamang tawag nito. Nagro-rotate ngayon yung capital from speculative asset, blah blah blah, papunta sa fixed income, okay? And makikita nyo na ngayon dito, ayan so the US market selling down, emerging market sinasell down na siya. Southeast Asia medyo buhay pa pero eventually mas sell down yan. Total world selling down, international is in the red. So saan sila pumapasok? Kasi sinasell down ang gold, yun na nga nagro-rotate ngayon yan sa mga fixed income, mga bonds, treasury, things like that for safety, okay? And my personal dividend retirement portfolio. So, flattish, no? Little bit up. And I'm outperforming PSEI, US, emerging market na outperform ko na tsaka international. Di ba? And we'll see paano madedepensan ang aking dividends and diversification, yung impending selling pressure. Feeling ko mangyayari ulit yung 2022 or it could be worse than that, no? So 2022 ayan nag-correct ng tigmo more than 15% yung madaming market. PSEI nag-correct siya ng at one point negative 20% and then nag-rebound siya throughout or towards the end of the year. Okay. Na feeling ko parang ganoon din ulit mangyayari dito. Feeling ko sell down siya and then towards the end of the year, fourth quarter, baka may masumalo. Now, doon na tayo sa blue chips and large cap stories na for sure madaming sinesell down. JGS wala to, no? JGS malamang sell down to. Ayan. Cebu Pacific, sell down wala. Petrochemical wala na, close na. So FGen nasa transition stage to kasi ngayon. Kaya hindi ako ganun ka-excited sa kanya pero ayun. So hindi rin ma-okay. BDO, ito yung possible mag-benefit ulit, no? Towards siguro mga third and fourth quarter na kapag nag-CPT kan ulit yung interest rate. Pero sa una, syempre, selling pressure muna yan, no? Sa lahat ng blue chip, selling pressure and then eventually, baka mas maunang mag-recover yung mga bangko assuming may mapipitikin nga na interest rate. Property sector, ito na naman yung possible maging laggard na sector. Assuming, pitikin nga yung interest rate. And ayan so Ali, wala na. And approval to raise 40 billion retail bonds, no? So bago pa pitikin yung interest rate, mag-over na sila. Unaan na nila, okay? You have ASEN, wala, no? ASEN is a highly leveraged business. So mayari siya on these kinds of environment kapag pitikin yung interest rate. Ang sinasabi, hedge daw siya kasi mga renewable, blah 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 sa mataas na oil. Pero wala, highly leverage nga yan eh. SMC ito rin, no? Laki na utang nito. So, mayari na naman siya kapag pinitik yung interest rate. Dividend, pero wala, pangit, mababa dividend yan. Actually, puro preferred shares ata dividend yan eh. You have ICT. Gumawa ng insider buying recently ang si Razon. However, kumusta na to? No? So, okay, medyo resilient pa rin. You have TEL. Vision na to Parang ito ulit yung sinabi niya last week So, TEL, wala, no? Selling pressure, mga blue chips, sell. URC, magsasuffer sa margin pressure to kapag elevated yung oil na yan and pumitik ulit yung inflation. So, ayan. Stock sentiment, not that good. Ayala Corporation, malaki utang, earnings, wala. So, mayari naman yung mga conglomerates, no? Holding companies na may mga malalaking utang kapag pinitik yung inflation. I think this could be the year na, madaming companies magte-trade sila below their, COVID lows. Which means, potentially, baka madaming pwedeng companies na saluhin. Okay. Next, mid-cap and small-cap. Key stories, we have Plus. So, kumusta ang Plus? Siyempre, sugal. Medyo resilient yung mga ganyang sugal-sugal eh. So, nagre-retreat siya. You have Monde. Recently, taas to ng matas-tas na or ng malaking dividend. Pero, sell down na siya ng malalim on previous years. Baka, wala na ganong sell dyan. OGP, yung mga gold. Sabi ko kasi, mayari mga gold stock. And OGP, mabilis bumagsak yung dividend nito kapag tuloy-tuloy na bumagsak yung gold price. Kasi yung production nito hindi nag-improve. In fact, hindi gaano nagka-capex to. Talagang literal na dig lang sila ng dig, blah blah blah. And then kapag may nasira na gamit, blah blah blah, dun pa lang nila ayusin. And once na ginawa nila yon, malalaking cash outflow na mas mai-squeeze pa yung dividend niyan. So, DNL, nagsubmit to ng press release recently. Sabi niya growing daw, blah blah blah. Pero mayari siya sa high inflationary environment, high interest rate environment, tsaka yung high crude oil. Kaya I wouldn't be surprised bumalik siya sa yung presyo niya nung 2012. So LTG, resilient ba to ngayon? So growth driver niya SCPNB. So high interest rate environment, possible. We'll see. Ang problema yung kanyang Tobago segment, di ko nagugustuhan yung trajectory. You have China Bank. So I think resilient pa rin to no? Compared to other blue chips, ayan So okay. Mas lalo na yan pag bumalik yung high interest rate environment. Yan yung possible mag-grow rate ng double digit. So, EI wala to. Hindi natin tinitignan yan. So, Picor. Sabi ni Ramon Ang, ibebenta niya daw or open daw ulit siyang ibenta. Diba? Yung kanyang itong asset na to, parang china-challenge niya yung gobyerno. Kung magaling ba kayo mag-manage, bilhin nyo na. Kasi daming politicians, political commentators. Siyempre, sabi na naman nila, bad yung oligarch, blah, ganito yung business. Bilhin nyo. Bilhin nyo. Tignan natin. Saan pupulutin ang Pilipinas? Magaling pala kayo Hindi nyo magets yung, yung idea or yung logic na nasa downstream sector lang siya or downstream business ng isang oil and gas Tignan natin. So, si Reit, Green Hedge, declare to ng dividend recently. Medyo tinas niya. Piranggot lang. And, medyo resilient na rin. Kumusta ba si RCR? Ayan selling. Lalo na kung pumitik yung interest rate. Madaming rate isa-sell yan. Or karon sila ng selling pressure. Okay. Which is nangyayari na. Ayan Kasi ba't ka bibili ng rate kung mataas naman yung magiging yield ng mga fixed income, wala pang low risk pa or almost zero risk. Doon nila ilalagay yung pera nila. Okay? So, Shangri-La, recovery after recent dividend reporting. So, SHNG sa ngayon, parang acting to as a rate. Kasi wala siya ganong ngayon, condominium sales. Pero sobrang lakas na nito, na kanyang recurring income. So kahit tumas yung interest rate environment, pwede siyang buhatin nun. Pansamantala, okay? Global and regional market pulse, ayan, inflation resurgence, which is fina-factor in na yan dito. And may alam mo nyo ba yun yung tawag nito? Parang betting site, yung Poly Market. Kung saan binebet-bet nila lahat ng bagay, bla bla bla. Malaki yung chance rate hike yung yung mangyari, okay. Maski yung may Fed Watch tool diyan sa internet, mas malaki or lumalaki yung chance of rate hike, kasi karon ng inflation resurgence. Gawa ng pinagagawa ni Donald Trump, and then lately nakikisali si another clown, si Zelensky sa Ukraine, binanatan niya yung para ma-oil pipe ng Russia. Sira ulo talaga. Basta yung dalawang yun pag gumalaw yung dalawang clown na yan ika-crash nila yung global market. Ngayon, sinasabi ng mga analyst, kapag pumitik yung oil above 150, yun na. Global recession na daw yon. Start na siya ng global recession. So, Brent skyrocket. Wala. Middle East faded. Ayaw may pag-negotiate kayo sa US kasi sinungaling nga si Donald Trump Di siya talaga mapagkakatiwalaan, And then, sa ngayon, Pilipinas, di ba? Alay natin yan, pero tumutulong ba sila? Di ba? Hindi. So ngayon, nagkukumahog tayo na bumili sa Russia, maybe China, bla bla bla. Dalawang bansa na hindi tayo friendly during this administration, okay? So treasury yield, di ba? Di malayong pumitik ulit yan, mga 5% Okay? Fears that the Fed will keep rates higher for longer, bla bla bla. Sell off in emerging currencies, peso, mahina. April 6 deadline, wala yan, deadline. At this point, hindi mo na alam anong mangyayari diyan, Advice ko lang is be defensive on your investment portfolio. Ano lang 'yon? So may bago na tayong support 5,900. I think mababasag to next week eh. Feeling ko lang Kasi nag-sell off yung US nag-sell off yung mga global market Friday ng gabi. So susunod yan yung PSCI. I think mababasag yan. Most definitely. Oil still volatile and focus on dividend yields kasi pipitik yung inflation. And ayun lang, ganun din. Ganun din yung ginagawa ko, no? Focus on resilient businesses. Salo ng mga companies na are trading at a higher dividend yield. Pero ano pa rin, no? Yung profitable and cash flowing business pa rin. And as much as possible, yung mga may mga mababang leverage.